I didn't realize how one moment could quietly turn into something that would stay with me forever. Because it didn't start with anything dramatic, it started with silence, with an ordinary night that felt just like any other night. I was alone, scrolling through my phone, lost in random thoughts, when suddenly a message appeared from a number I didn't recognize, and something about it felt different, like it wasn't sent by mistake, like it was meant for me specifically. The message said, "I think you should see this before it's too late." And that one sentence was enough to make me stop everything, because people don't usually send messages like that without a reason. And the way it was written, calm, direct, almost knowing, made me feel like this person already understood me even before I replied. I hesitated for a moment, my mind trying to decide whether to ignore it or open it, but curiosity won, and I opened the chat. And that's when I saw the first image, a picture of me taken from a distance. And for a second, I couldn't process what I was looking at, because I knew for a fact that I had never shared that moment with anyone, which meant someone had taken it without my knowledge. Someone had been watching me. And the realization of that made my chest tighten instantly. I felt exposed, like my privacy had been taken away from me without permission. And that feeling, it's something you don't forget. I quickly typed a reply asking who they were and why they had this picture, but the response came slower, almost as if they were thinking before answering. And then the message appeared. "Don't be afraid, I'm not here to hurt you. I just want you to understand something." And that didn't calm me at all. If anything, it made it worse, because someone watching you from the shadows and saying, "Don't be afraid," is exactly what makes you afraid. I kept asking questions, my fingers typing faster now, my mind filled with confusion, but instead of giving answers, they sent another message, this time a location. And when I opened it, my heart dropped, because it was a place I had been earlier that day, a place I clearly remembered. And suddenly, this wasn't just a random message anymore. It was something far more serious. This person knew where I had been, what I had done, and possibly even what I would do next. And that's when the fear started settling in deeper. Not loud, but quiet. The kind of fear that stays with you even when you try to ignore it. I looked around my room, feeling like the walls were watching me. Every small sound suddenly felt louder, every shadow looked unfamiliar, and I couldn't shake the feeling that someone knew exactly where I was. Even in that moment, I sent another message asking who they were, but this time there was no reply, just silence. And that silence was worse than any answer they could have given me, because it left my mind filling in the blanks, imagining worst-case scenarios, thinking about possibilities I didn't want to think about. Hours passed like that, me sitting there, staring at my phone, waiting for something to happen, anything, but nothing came, until finally I tried to sleep. But even sleep didn't feel safe anymore. Every time I closed my eyes, I felt like someone was watching, like I wasn't truly alone. And that night, I barely rested. The next morning came slowly, and the first thing I did was check my phone, hoping, maybe foolishly, that it had all been some kind of mistake. But the messages were still there, unchanged, real. And that's when I knew I couldn't ignore this anymore, because once something like this enters your life, it doesn't leave easily. It stays, quietly shaping your thoughts, your actions, your fears. And over the next few days, I started noticing small things, things that didn't make sense, like moments where I felt like I was being followed, or times when I would look around and feel like someone had just been there, even though no one was in sight. And slowly, my mind began connecting dots, trying to understand what was happening, because there was something about the way this person spoke, the way they knew details that didn't feel random. It felt familiar. And that's when the thought hit me. What if this person wasn't a stranger at all? What if they were closer than I thought? Someone I had already known, someone who had already been part of my life. And suddenly, everything became more terrifying, because now this wasn't just about being watched, it was about trust. about people around me, about who I could believe and who I couldn't. And the more I thought about it, the more everything started to feel uncertain. Until one day, I decided I needed answers no matter what, even if the truth hurt, even if it changed everything, because living in fear without knowing the reason was worse than facing the truth itself. So I opened the messages again, carefully examining every detail, every word, every clue, trying to understand who this person could be. And that's when I noticed something small, something most people would ignore. But once I saw it, I couldn't unsee it, because sometimes the truth hides in plain sight, and once you notice it, everything changes. And in that moment, everything I thought I knew started to fall apart, because the person behind those messages wasn't just watching me, they were already connected to me in ways I never imagined. And that realization was the beginning of something much bigger, something I wasn't prepared for. Because once you uncover a truth like that, there's no going back, no undoing what you've seen. And from that point on, my life was no longer the same, because now I wasn't just living my life, I was trying to survive it.